Hello! Welcome to the YCL Teen BookTok Review, Wicked Edition.
I'm Ravina.
And I'm Krista, and we are teen librarians at the York County Library. We're very excited for the new movie, Wicked for Good. But while we wait for the movie to come out, we have been watching Wicked, and this is available at all the YCL branches, so feel free to check it out and get yourself ready for the new movie. But because we're librarians, we also wanted to recommend some books that give us some Glinda
and Elphaba vibes.
So here are some of our book reviews.
So Elphaba is going to start this with the book Monstrous. This is by Jessica Lewis, and this is a YA dark fantasy, little bit spooky, but not too scary kind of horror. This is about a teen girl, Latavia, who goes to stay with her aunt and cousin during the summer in Sanctum, Alabama. And when she gets there, she's given all of these rules to follow and told not to go into the woods. Do not go into the woods. But she's not told much more than that.
Okay.
And then, of course, Latavia gets kidnapped and taken to the woods. And so when she is found in the woods, is she going to be sacrificed maybe by a magical beast?
Wow.
Could be. Will she get out on top? Will she be able to seek revenge? Will she survive? These are all things that Elphaba is concerned about and definitely would want to read and find out. Elphaba also was drawn to this because of the cover, which is got some green going on, and you know how Elphaba feels about that.
I agree. Well, Glinda likes a nice pink, little purpley vibe here. And of course, we got to throw some witches in here, so let's learn some actual spells. So this is the Teen Witch's Guide to Spells by Xana Eve Chown. This introductory guide to magic is perfect for any students who are thinking about going to Shiz University, brush up on some spells. There's magic inside all of us, so let's learn how to let it out. This book will also show you some things that I think Glinda would like, such as a spell to meet a soulmate.
Oh yeah.
On page
She would
121.
like that.
So if you want to learn some spells before going to Shiz University, check this one out.
All right, so now we are moving on, and Elphaba is ready for Extraordinary Quest for Amateur Witches, even though Elphaba really does not feel like she's an amateur herself. This is by Kayla Cunningham, and this is a YA paranormal romantasy kind of fantasy. We have our main character, Kieran, who is a witch, and ends up actually creating this curse that curses his ex-boyfriend by accident. Kieran has never been really great in magic or love, and with this happening, he's brought in front of the Witches' Council and explains that he's going to go on this sort of calling, this magical quest to find a cure-all, magical cure-all for curses, and ends up being joined by his sister's girlfriend, and a mysterious new crewmate. And so they're on this quest, and he's going to really find out who he is, what his magic is really all about, and who he wants to be. And so Elphaba's behind that 100%.
Yes. Speaking of being good at witchcraft and love, Glinda's good at witchcraft and love because she's really considered like a perfect girl, sort of like in this book, Perfect Girl.
Right.
This is by Tracy Banghart, and the main character, just like Glinda, her name is Jessa, but she's a perfect girl. You know, she's good at school, she has great friends, she listens to her family, she follows the rules.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, though, there is a killer who is in their town, and he is looking for the perfect girl to kill, unfortunately. So she has a sleepover one night, no parents around, lights go out, and the killer might be in the house. So if you need to take a break from your musicals, you want to try a little bit of a thriller, but with someone who gives you Glinda vibes, the perfect girl is for you.
Okay. So Elphaba is going to pick up now on this story, Monsters Born and Made. And this is by Tom Borva, and this is got your dystopian fantasy, okay? So we've got the main character who's Cora, and Cora is, her and her family are hunters of these magical sea creatures.
Okay.
And they find them for the upper class who race them for glory and fame and gold. But actually Cora and her family are going to get in a bind, and they could really use some of that gold. And so Cora is going to try to see if she cannot be the one that wins this time, that glory and fame. So we've got that dystopian, that power struggle, and Elphaba is all about hoping that Cora is going to rise to the occasion.
Yes, power struggles, very big in Wicked. Okay, well, I have another choice for Glinda. Because, you know, she should be in a crown, and so should this character. So this is You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. It is a contemporary book, but Liz Lightly is the opposite of Glinda in that she is not popular.
Ooh.
She does not like to put herself out there, but she is very, very smart. And so she has plans to go to college until she loses her scholarship. So she can't get any financial aid. She needs some money to go to school and live out her dreams. So she decides to enter the race for prom queen because her school gives a scholarship if you win prom queen.
Okay.
So she puts herself out there. She meets some new friends along the way. Takes a chance. And there might be a little romance too. Maybe take a date to that prom. So You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson.
Okay. Well, Elphaba is going to move on to Forest of 1,000 Lanterns.
Love the cover.
And that green and pink is just something about it. So this is by Julie C. Dow, and this is sort of a Snow White retelling. This takes place in China. This is the backstory of an evil queen. It's like the evil queen's backstory. So it starts out that the main character, she's this peasant girl, and she, you know, she has these ambitions. She wants to be more powerful and rise to the very top. But in doing so, she kind of might lose herself along the way. Is she going to compromise her kindness and her love for others to do it? And so even though that ambition is strong, it might end up boosting her into this evil queen kind of scenario.
Sounds familiar.
Right, Elphaba she knows how that is. So
Absolutely.
we're waiting to see what's going to happen here, but this is definitely the Elphaba pick.
Excellent choice. Okay, well, my next choice is 13 Days of Summer. This is by Stephanie Kate Strong. And one of my favorite things in Wicked is the friendships between the main characters and some of the other characters there at the university. So this is also a story about friendships. This is 3 girls who have graduated high school, and they're going on an epic trip to go see Taylor Swift in concert.
Okay.
Yeah. So along the way, they might happen to pick up a James Dean looking stranger, add him into the mix, and some of those friendships get tested.
Ooh, okay.
So if you like romance, Taylor Swift, pink, cute cover art, then you might want to check out this book, 13 Days for Summer.
Okay. So here we have A Magic, Fierce and Bright. And this is by Hemant Nayak, and this is a YA fantasy. This is where we have an asteroid that has destroyed all of technology. And the energy that is left is sort of turned into this, these infinity wells where there's, this kind of becomes like this magic energy. And so this is now where the world is going to get their magic from. And so that brings us to our main character, which is Adya, and she actually is a technomancer. and can bring technology sort of back to life.
Okay.
So, of course, the countries are going to find out about her, and of course, these countries each one wants to be on top with all the magic. So they're going to try to use her as their key, as their tool, to have all of the magic, get it all from the Infinity Wells, when she's just trying to take care of her brother and is trying to find her twin sister out there. And so there's conspiracies, there's secrets, and she's just going to try to do the best she can along the way. That's definitely Elphaba's like, that's what you're going to have to do.
All right. Well, some people might see Glinda as sort of a fairy godmother when she rolls in on her little bubble and her crown and her wand.
She definitely thinks she is.
So how about a fairy godmother book? This one is called Wish of the Wicked by Danielle Page. And if you ever watched read Cinderella, and you're like, interesting, where'd that fairy godmother come from? Why is she there? Why does she show up then of all times?
Yeah.
She's been suffering this whole time. Why did she show up on that one night? Well, this tells that story. So the magic in this country has been outlawed by the evil queen, and Pharaoh, the main character, wants her magic back, because right now all she can do is fulfill little wishes made by common folk, and she wants her real power back. So she shows up and she sees Cinderella as her chance to get back at the queen and maybe her son, the prince, that's looking for a wife. So the fairy godmother gets involved, and you should check out this book, Great Magic.
Okay, so The School for Good and Evil. This book is by Salman Chani, and this is about two best friends. We all know that kind of story. So we've got Sophie and we've got Agatha, and Sophie is all about knowing that she's supposed to be a princess and pink, and all of those kind of things, where Agatha is really drawn to that, kind of all black, witchy black kitty, and they're sort of taken and find themselves at the School for Good and Evil. And Sophie is pretty sure she's going to be in that good school, but she's put into the evil, while Agatha is put into the School of Good. And so, is there a reason that they're put in these schools? Each of them, maybe that they don't understand yet, but will come to understand? Possibly. And this is a whole series that you could get lost in. And so Elphaba definitely is approving of this whole School for Good and Evil.
Absolutely. Glinda approves as well, except I don't know about that evil side. Because, Glinda is all about self-empowerment.
Yes.
So she always helps out Elphaba, and she wants to help you out as well. So Glinda would never allow her inner critic, to make you second guess yourself. And so she thinks you should check out How to Like Yourself. This is by Cheryl M. Bradshaw. This is a nonfiction book, and it helps you learn about self-acceptance and how to avoid traps that might stop you from, defying gravity. Ooh. So check out this book.
All right. So we're coming towards the end here, and if you just can't get enough of this kind of wicked vibe, we've got Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. And this will continue your journey down that yellow brick road. And we hope that you'll keep reading and letting us know what you're reading. Right now, even though the York County Library main branch is closed while they're remodeling and have this glow up going on, we still are going to be bringing you teen programming out in the community, and you can check that out on yclibrary.org under the calendars. And then you can also let us know what you're reading and watching and stay in touch with us.
Yeah, come see us out in the community. And enjoy Wicked for Good.
Wicked for Good.